Okay, so super excited. I did not bring anything to cut this, so I'm gonna use my nails. If there's etiquette for opening these things, then I don't really know about them, so, you know, if you see anything that's just blasphemous, I guess let me know in the comments. I don't know, maybe I should have Google searched for a proper method to unbox magic cards or something, but, well, that's freaking adorable. Alright. I don't know how important this is. Probably not important at all. I will not worry about it. We will just take care of that. So, there's a lot of these to unbox, right? I don't even know how to start. I think probably moving this to this side is going to be the smartest thing to do, and just do one pack at a time. If I had more local people, excuse the cat hair, if I had more local people around here, I would do one of those really fun unboxing draft things, but I don't really know the magic community around here, and when things are the way they are, it's not like I can go down to the nearest magic shop, so we're gonna make do. So we have some awesome stuff. I think I don't know value of cards, you know, we don't get to know that, so you'll know them hopefully when you see them. So first card we've got is not really able for you to be seen, is it? Can't get it to whatever. It's a Steadfast Sentry. There we go. When he dies, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. He's got Vigilance. That's really cool. We've got Sadro Denizen. Another blue creatures enter the battlefield under your control. Target player puts 2 cards on top of their library into their graveyard. Alright, so that's fun. Lavakin Brawler. Oh, this is going to be painful if we're doing like all these cards. I guess you can't really see these, can you? I may have to break this up into several videos if we actually go over each one. That's going to be exciting. Okay, so next we've got an instant. We've got Moment of Heroism. Maybe. There we go. Target creature gets 2/2 and gains lifelink until end of turn. We have Vorst Claw. I actually really love green creature cards, so Vorst Claw is just a elemental horror. His flavor text says, roots reach deep, and sometimes they tap into things better left undisturbed. That's freaking terrifying and wonderful. So next we have Epicure of Blood. Yeah. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. I'm actually really a fan of this. I kind of have to be. I never get to keep my creatures. Netcaster Spider. Here we go. This has reach. I think most spiders do, honestly. I don't know, but I'm fairly sure. Whenever Netcaster Spider blocks a creature with flying, Netcaster Spider gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I guess start up there. Next we have an Undead Servant. A nice zombie. When Undead Servant enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token for each card named Undead Servant in your graveyard. How many? Okay. Next we have Chandra's Embercat. I know at least one MTG streamer who loves Chandra. That would be Miss Mana Curves. This one's just add red. Spend this mana only to cast an elemental spell or a Chandra Planeswalker spell. Next up, we've got an artifact creature, Prismite, if I'm saying that right. It's just add 1 mana of any color. Next up, we have got, come on now. Maybe I should look at it first. Brineborn Cutthroat. Yeah, see, magically it knows once I say it. Anyway, it's a Merfolk Pirate. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a 1/1 counter on Brineborn Cutthroat. I actually have a friend who loves playing Magic on my turn, so I'm pretty sure he'd like that. Let's see. Next up, we have Cryptic Caves. It is a land, special little land, for a neutral color mana. And at the top, you've got Sacrifice the Caves, draw a card. Activate this ability only if you have 5 or more lands. It's probably calling you dumb shit if you do it any sooner than that, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess you do what you gotta do. Next one we have is Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Man, my Oklahoma accent's like being put to the test today. It's got flying. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Awesome. So this next one is Loxodon Life Chanter. Life Chanter. I'm not crazy. It is a elephant cleric, which I think is pretty cool, right? So when Loxodon Life Chanter enters the battlefield, you may have your life total become the total toughness of creatures you control. He's got a tap ability, let's say 5 mana plus a white. Loxodon Life Chanter gets plus X / plus X, whatever, however you say that, until end of turn where X is your life total. Hey, I like that. And unless I have like low life total, that'd be sad. Anyway, so next we've got Rugged Highlands. So we've got another land. This is red-green. Enters the battlefield tapped, but you gain 1 life. And it's, like I said, for red-green. And last but not least, we have a wolf token. I think this is actually, don't kill me, but this is, I think, my first wolf token. Because, of course, I'm just now gathering, like, a paper set. So, expect that. Alright, so, again, I don't know special, you know, bugle horn to play whenever you're, like, putting cards away that don't have any, sleeves or whatever. I don't have that right now. We don't really have the time for me to like do some Hail Marys or whatever this is. So I'm just gonna put these to the side and hope that my cats leave them alone. Let's see, the art in the last one was her, so we're gonna actually go for, I mean, why not, right? We're gonna go for this dark fellow over here. I don't know if you can see it. Yay, okay. So, next booster pack to pop. They make these so easy to open. Not to date myself or anything, but I gotta tell you, back in the however many is, whenever I was like young and a kid learning, you know, opening cards, not so much Magic, but I had the silliest things. Like I had the, like, I think somewhere I've still got my X-Men playing card set or something. Anyway, the packages were way harder to open, so, you know, it was nice. So the first one, I digress. First one we have is Metropolis Sprite. This is a rogue fairy, and she gets 1/1 until end of turn with 1 blue mana. So I'm going to start all the way up there this time. No, wait, I lied. I'm going to start down here so that even though my camera won't focus very well on it, you can attempt to see it. Next up, we've got Keldon Raider. Okay, Human Warrior. Keldon Raider enters the battlefield. You can discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So why not, right? If you regularly have a crappy hand, sometimes you need a little help. Next up, we've got Aerial Assault. There we are. Wait. My hand's shaking. Anyway. So this is a sorcery, and it says destroy target tapped creature. You gain 1 life for each creature you control with flying. Next up, we have Sadro Denizen. Denizen? I think I'm saying that right. Even closer. Alright, so whenever another blue creature enters the battlefield under your control, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. I feel like we already saw this one. If we didn't, it's got the exact same ability, so... And I'll be honest, I'm not going to remember all these cards, so it's possible. We'll just pretend I've never seen it before. Pretty sure we didn't see this one. Next is Feral Abomination. I kind of like all these dark cards. Like, I'm not overly a fan of playing only black, but you know, the art's usually really awesome. So this is a Thrall. It's not a Thrall, it's a Thrall. I don't really understand the difference. I'm sure there's a lore thing that I could Google about that. This has Death Touch. and that's just about all that it has. It's a 5/5, which is pretty damn awesome. The flavor text, though, it says, if you manage to get to the heart of the bog, you'll find things there that make zombies seem downright lovable. How can you not like that? Okay, all right. So now we definitely saw this one before. This is Wurstklaw, so I'm going to put that to the side. We've already seen it, I know for sure. The other ones I'm not as sure, but whatever. Anyway, next up we have glaring... I don't even know how to say this word. I don't know. It's going to make me sound ignorant no matter what. I'll show it to you. There we go. Somebody's going to correct me, I'm sure, on how to say that. Anyway, this is an enchant creature. It says when Glaring Whatsit enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. Enchanted creature gets +1/+3. Alright, next up we have just plain Murder. Dun dun dun. So Murder actually is just destroy target creature. It's an instant, cost 3, 1 uncolored and 2 black. Interesting. Okay. We have already seen that. This other one is Netcast Spider. We've already seen that one. We've also already seen Undead Servant. I really feel like we saw Meteor Golem, but it could have been another artifact creature, so just in case. Come on. You can... Okay, well, I don't know how important it is. Anyway, when Meteor Golem enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent an opponent controls. This one's pretty neat. This is Pulse of Marasa. How are we going to do on the... Come on, babe, don't... Yeah, my camera gave up. Alright then. So, Pulse of Marasa is an instant. It's return target creature or land from a graveyard to its owner's hand, and you gain 6 life. So, I mean, for 3 mana, that is not bad. Ooh, I like the art on this. This one's... I may have to joggle my camera to get this one to show up, but it's Diamond Knight. It's another artifact creature. There we go. I guess I just got to cover most of the screen. This one has Vigilance. You know what I mean. Vigilance. And as Diamond Knight enters the battlefield, choose a color. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen color, put a 1/1 counter on Diamond Knight. I like that. Diamond Knight can be any color he wants to be. Alright, so next we have another artifact creature. We have Golos, the Tireless Pilgrim. And then he is a scout. When Golos the Tireless Pilgrim enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a land card, put that card onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. There is an ungodly amount of mana down here that says exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn without paying their mana costs. So, you know, if you're lucky enough that you have all those different colors of mana, then yay. I don't know. I've had people try to defend that to me, and I'm just not interested in being that complicated to play a card. I'd rather just pay whatever color mana the card needs. Next up, we have another land. Pretty exciting, because, you know, these are actually my first paper, like, non-basic lands. Oh, come on now. There we go. Tranquil Cove. Tranquil Cove enters the battlefield tapped, like most of them. When it enters, you gain 1 life, and it is white-blue. Nice. And we have another token, which seems to be a thing now. This is Johnny's... A Johnny? I don't know. Yo, Johnny's Primate. I'm so bad. Anyway, it's one of the cats, Cat Soldier. And it says, whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on the Primate. What? Oh. Well, you can see it exists. Anyway, so we finished another one. I'm going to go ahead and break just in case I have messed up the recording. I desperately don't want to have to do the entire thing over. So breaking for a moment and we'll be back. Alright, here we are. So I chose different artwork package this time because there's really like, it's completely trivial on which one I'm choosing, right? So let's pop this one open. somehow. Oh, I already see a card I haven't seen before. Awesome. Okay, so we've got the Goblin Bird Grabber. Nice. Okay, so the Goblin Bird Grabber gains flying until end of turn with like 1 red mana, I should say. Activate this ability only if you control a creature with flying. So, oh, that's adorable. He's grabbing onto the flying thing and he's like, bitch, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna fly with it. Ha! Yeah, I'm dumb. Anyway, I'm like the chick that has the bad dad jokes. I guess they're mom. I'm not a mom, so I can't say mom jokes. We'll go with dad. Anyway, next we have Daybreak Chaplain. I almost said captain. And that's not it. So this lovely redhead has lifelink. And her flavor text is, "May the light shine through me to guide the lost." Well, not a bad idea. I like this as well, even though I'm not a huge fan of blue cards, just because that's like PTSD now for me, because that's the "you can't do this" cards. Obviously that's magic. I'm just laughing, but I like to give my friends a hard time. So this one is Fortress Crab. And Fortress Crab is a 1/6, so it reminds me of a wall, only it can actually like do a little something something. And its flavor text is unbreakable and unappetizing. The crab grows uninterrupted, sometimes to the size of a cottage and beyond. Nobody wants to eat that crab. It's a shame. Next we have, I'm such an idiot. All right, so next we have Scorchbitter. Scorchbitter is a blurry lizard. You can do this. There's so much faith in you. I shouldn't. There we go. Kinda, sorta. Need a better camera. So anyway, so whenever Scorchbitter attacks, it deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. So I feel like it's a pretty good little card. It's a 1/1. It only costs 1 mana. And you get basically 2 bits of damage, or at least 1. If you get blocked, it's dead. But you get the 1 damage anyway. You know, there's... not bad. To me, that makes it a little bit like a 2/2, only it's got the life of a 1/1. Next, and if I'm wrong, I'm sure people are going to tell me. I'm still new to Magic. We're going with this, okay? So next we have Sanitarium Skeleton. There we go. It would zoom in really well on the ugly ones, right? Good art, just ugly skeleton. Anyway, so return Sanitarium Skeleton from your graveyard to your hand for 3. Not bad, buddy. Next we have Gift of Paradise. It's an enchantment aura. And Gift of Paradise enchants a land. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life, and the enchanted land has add 2 mana of any color. So you're basically turning your 1-tapped land. You know, you're getting a little life gain, and you're also adding an extra mana to it. Next thing, I can't remember if we already did this one. We're going to do it again. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat. It's another pirate. Kind of, sort of. Alright. So, when the Fathom Fleet Cutthroat enters the battlefield, destroy a target creature an opponent controls that is dealt damage this turn. It's an interesting one. It doesn't have flash, so my brain's thinking that what you play it, I don't know. Yeah. I'm sure that there is a best time to play it, and I'm sure that I would play it wrong at least the first time. Next we have Feral Invocation. This is an enchantment aura. It has flash, and it's enchant creature. Creature gets 2/2. So it's just a little extra something, I guess, when you're about to attack. This is another Chandra's Embercat, so I'm going to put it to the side. This is another Prismite, so I'm going to put that to the side. Next up we have Scholar of Ages. Gosh, it's zoomed in for like a half second. Alright, so when Scholar of Ages enters the battlefield, return up to 2 target instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, here's another Chandra card. Nice. So this one, if it can ever zoom in, is Chandra Spitfire. When an opponent is dealt non-combat damage, Chandra's Spitfire gets +3/+0 until end of turn. Next up we have, don't think I've seen this one yet, Spectral Sailor. I really need a better camera. Spectral Sailor has flash. It's flying because it's a ghost, and it's for 4 you draw a card. So part of me says that 4 to draw a card seems like a lot, but the actual guy only costs 1, so he's a 1/1 with a second, feasibility, I guess. I love this. So I've got my a Johnny, it's a Planeswalker, Strength of the Pride. And again, I'm probably saying it wrong. So if you plus him for 1, you gain life equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of Planeswalkers you control. If you minus him 2, you create a 2/2 white cat soldier creature token. God, that's a lot of words. Name the Primate with, whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on the Primate. So this goes with the token that I got in the other booster. And for nothing, if you have at least 15 life more than your starting life total, exile this Johnny Strength of the Pride and each artifact and creature your opponents control. So, you can cry if you want to and make everybody cry with you. So next we just have a basic plains. And I have another wolf token. Yay. Alright, so I think I'm getting a little faster at this. I could probably cut these up and not make you guys watch this, but that's more editing. So next up we have, do we have any other, there's the 3 appearances, or do we have more? So far it's just the 3. Okay, so we're gonna open up another girl 15 card booster pack. So, and I think, how many have we done so far? We've done 1, 2, 3. So this will be number 4. I'm thinking I'll do 5 and then stop, right? How many are in this thing? I should probably, seems like a freaking lot, that's for sure. Like, I'm so sure that it said somewhere how many boosters are in here. Whatever. A lot. We're gonna go with a lot. So I'm gonna break it up into 5s. That sounds good, right? These are 15 card booster packs, so so that's 75 cards total. It's not bad. Alright, so next up we have, and I may have already done this, but we're gonna do it again because I can't remember. We have Kelton Raider. And oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. So he enters the battlefield, you discard a card and draw a card. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add him to the other side because I at least remember them by their effects, if not by the art. Angelic Gift. Angelic Gift is an enchant creature. When Angelic Gift enters the battlefield, draw a card, and the enchanted creature has flying. So if you didn't have an angel before, you do now. Alright, next up we have Plummet. There we go. Plummet says destroy target creature with flying. I think that's, sometimes you need it, especially if your creatures do not have reach and you do not have flying as well. Let's see, we've already done Feral Abomination, just to show you. So I'm going to move that to the other side. Ah, this is an ugly cat, but I love cats, so we're going to go with this. We have Frostlynx. Frostlynx is an elemental cat. When, I don't know if it's a he or she. I feel bad. Okay, when Frostlynx enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Alright. Nice. So now we have, getting worse at this, Pack Mastiff? I wonder, can I do this instead? Kind of, sort of. Alright, I'll get better at it. This is a hound creature. Each creature you control named Pack Mastiff gets +1/+0 until end of turn for 2 mana. Next up we have, I just like this better, Soul Mender, even though it doesn't. There we go. Soul Mender basically says you tap it and you get 1 life. If people let me have that more often, I'd probably keep it. I like it. But people just don't like that life gain thing. Next up we have Griffin Protector. It's a griffin with flying. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Griffin Protector gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Alright, I felt this. I'm still taking classes, so I felt this pretty often. It is called Mind Rot. And target player discards 2 cards for 3. So you can pay 3 of your mana to be a jerk to somebody else. It's not bad. There's curses and stuff, I think. So it's kind of like a less recurring one. So next up we have a card that I can't hold correctly. Gruesome Scourger. This is an Orc warrior. When he enters the battlefield, it deals damage to target opponent or planeswalker equal to the number of creatures you control. It's 3/3. So next we have Empyrean Eagle. Empyrean Eagle is a bird spirit. It's got flying, and it says other creatures you control with flying get 1/1. Oh, should put it up there. Alright, next up we have another instant. This one is Aether Gust for 2. This says choose target spell or permanent that's red or green. Its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. That's pretty targeted, right? Next up we have Leyline of Combustion. This is an enchantment that says if it's in your opening hand, you can begin the game with it on the battlefield. Whenever you or at least one permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability that an opponent controls, Leyline of Combustion deals 2 damage to that player. That's a don't touch me, if I've seen one. Oh, and we have a foil. We have, Cloud Concealer. I don't know if you can see the pretty foil on it. It's probably not gonna... it's a jerk. Anyway, so it's flying. When Cloud Concealer enters the battlefield, draw a card. It is very pretty. I'm sorry that I can't get my camera to focus. Alright, just like all the other booster packs, last up we have a land that is Dismal Backwater. Enters tapped, you gain a life, and put that to the side. And then, of course, another token. We've got a Spirit token with flying, a 1/1. Alright. I can't wait till my camera mount gets here. You guys can't see it, but my camera right now for this is mounted like on one of those like desktop mirrors. It sounds ridiculous because it is, but I do what I have to do. So what, that was 4, I think. So now this is the last one for today or tonight, because this is ridiculously early in the morning. I don't know what to say. Like, it's the misfortune of being someone that's been furloughed, that the day and night schedule gets completely messed up. So anyway, not to linger over that, but we have the Fortress Crab. It's probably not gonna, there we go. We've already seen it, so I'm just gonna put it to the side. We've also seen the Goblin Bird Grabber. The really awesome goblin that is hitching a ride. And obviously not going to work out for me. There we go. We have also already seen Aerial Assault. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to read it anyway. Aerial Assault is a sorcery. It destroys tapped creature. You gain 1 life for each creature you control with flying. It may just look familiar. I'm not sure. Oh, so just in case, we're going to pretend it was a new card. Pretty sure I have not seen this one. It is Convolute. Convolute, counter target spell unless its controller plays 4. That's what I know blue for. Next up, we have Brightwood Tracker. I cannot remember if we've done this one either, so we're doing it again. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Of course, for 6 mana, but you guys can see that. So next up, we have Bone Splinter. If it will work out for us here. Really? I have so much faith in you, camera, that you can see. There we go. Bone Splinters. It's a sorcery for one black. As an additional cost to this spell, sacrifice a creature. Destroy target creature. I'm kind of interested in this because I think I could see it probably in a destroy deck. I think I have one actually that allows me to I'll have to remember, but I'm fairly sure I have a deck, obviously not a paper deck right now, that I destroy my own creatures and bring them back, and that would be kind of fun because you get a twofer. Is that no, not that one. But anyway, I do have one, just not the one I was thinking. Maniacal Rage, an enchantment aura. This is enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't block. So this is like a, you better be attacking and not needing to block. Next up we have Boneclad Necromancer, if it can figure this out. I have so much faith in you. I have too much faith in this camera. Alright then. Wow. There we go. So, when Boneclad Necromancer enters the battlefield, you may exile target creature card from graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Alright, next up we have Dawning Angel. Maybe I'll start putting my finger in there. I hate doing that, but it's also having a better time catching it. This is an angel with flying, obviously. It's got, enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. It's a 3/2. Next up, we have Rabid Bite. Is this going to get any better here? There we go. Rabid Bite for 2. It's a sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. I mean, it's a bite. I love that. So, Captivating Gyre. Let's try this. It's a sorcery. This one, return up to 3 target creature to their owner's hands. It's not cheap though. It's 6. So, I'll be completely honest. I feel like I would rather just have a board wipe. I mean, I understand that it's not like this one is other people's stuff, but it also just returns it to their hands. So I feel like it's more or less just buying a turn or 2 or 3. Like, I don't know. I guess if you have to, you have to, but I feel like there's better cards out there. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, so we haven't seen these for a while. This is another artifact creature. This is Scuttlebutt, which I think that's an amazing name. I can't hardly understand. I think it's supposed to be a dog, but it looks really weird. It's a scarecrow, but anyway, I don't know. Anyway, it's add 1 mana of any color, or target creature becomes the color or colors of your choice until end of turn. So, interesting. I'll start adding them up here. All right, so now we have Yarok's Wave Crasher. There. For a half second, you almost got the full card. Whatever. Alright, so when Yarok's Wave Crasher enters the battlefield, return another creature you control to its owner's hand. So that's That's not so bad, especially if you are saving your own stuff. Alright, so next up we have Cavalier of Night. There we go. This is a night elemental, and he says, when Cavalier of Night enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target creature an opponent controls. When Cavalier of Night dies, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, and it's also got lifelink. I think that's pretty awesome. You know, you bring it in, especially if you're playing one of the black token decks. Bring it in, destroy one of your own stuff, destroy somebody else's, attack with it, you know, and then who cares? You can get something back out of the graveyard if you want. So we got another land, because we're near the end of this. This land is Windscarred Crag. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We should accept by now that I can read these words, but I haven't had to say them. This one enters tap, just like all the other ones, and it's life gain. It's red-white. Finding a spot. Okay, and new token. This one's an artifact creature, Golem. All right, I'm glad that one zoomed in at least. All right, guys, so that was 5 packs out of like that gigantic box. Like I said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and divide it up into several videos, just because I'd like to look at this one, see if there's anything I can change. Probably not gonna actually edit it a lot, because I'll be honest. Sometimes raw is good. If I were streaming it, I wouldn't be able to edit it. So I feel like that's kind of the same case here. I'll get some feedback from you guys if you would, and I will adjust what I need to adjust for the next video. All right, have a good night.